Hey everyone, this is Matt from Rubicon Matt Overland, or RMO. Hey, I'm on an adventure, and I'm not going southeast to Wayne National Forest or the Hocking Hills area. I'm going east, and I'm not going northeast. So I'm going east for the first time. I'm about 2 hours east of Columbus, Ohio right now, and I think I'm going to find a good spot tonight to camp. I'm going to do a two-nighter, and it's supposed to be good weather and all that, so I'm looking forward to it. The last time it rained pretty much the whole time I went camping. This time it should be nice weather, cool in the evenings, cool enough maybe even to need a campfire, which is nice. So stick with me. We're heading east. I'm not going to show you the boring highway driving. I'm going to do some highway driving to get there because it is pretty far away, and then I'm going to bounce off the road and kind of head on back. So I'll take you along with me, so come join me on this adventure. Hey guys, this is Rubicon Matt, getting ready to head back to my campsite for the night here in East Ohio. I haven't seen my campsite yet. It's still, I gotta go down a couple trails, he said. Take a look at this view. Pretty nice so far. And then if you look the other way, sorry my fan is running, but man, I think I'm going to be in a very secluded spot. There's only one campsite here on this. He said there's over 40 miles of trails to hike in, and I'll see what kind of road trails there are as well, or trails I can go overlanding in. But I'm getting ready to head back, take my Jeep Rubicon back, and see what we see. You can come along. Wow, I love this spot. I'm just trying to figure out where to position my Jeep so it's kind of level, and where to put my tent, right? So I'm just trying to figure out the most level spot. So I'll get that all set up and get back to you guys. But man, what a great spot. I have access to the sky. I'm secluded. The only one on this property. And he said there's 40 miles worth of walking trails on this property. Pretty amazing. So it might be a best kept secret for me to continue to use, because it's got great cell connection too. So I'm gonna get set up and I'll get back to you guys as far as where I'm parked and where I'm gonna put the tent. Hey guys, I've been here about 15 minutes trying to look around for a place to put my tent. It's a great spot, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to find level ground, and then I'm looking for, widow makers. So I have a question for you, and please respond in the comments below as far as what would you do. These trees are huge back here. I'm just wondering, I'm going to show you a tree. Would you camp so if that fell, you would be in its way, or would you pick a different spot? I'm going to show you a couple trees. This one I'm kind of concerned about, like right here. It's fully grown. I mean, it's huge, right? But it's leaning over that way, so if it goes, it's going to fall to the right, I guess, on this picture. And there's a level spot by that, where that would fall. I'm just afraid to camp there, because I just witnessed a 100-foot tree like this fall, looking as healthy as this one. So give me your thoughts in your comments below. Otherwise, I'm kind of looking maybe right here. It's pretty level. Everything kind of downslopes this way, but that one looks level. Or I may camp up here. Well, I think this is going to be the spot right over here. Less widowmaker chances. I'm just too concerned about those tall trees, so hopefully you guys will let me know. I got to get more comfortable about it, but because I witnessed that huge tree falling this summer, and it wasn't supposed to, I will stick with this. Played a little safer tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and get set up. The Overlander tent. It's big and bulky, but it's nice. Yeah, with that setup, I might have a chance to puncture my tent. There's a lot of like sharp cut twigs sticking up from like baby trees and things, so I don't know about that spot now. A lot of them. I gotta figure out what to do now. Love my chair. Thanks, honey. Helio is a must-have when you're overlanding. I'm going to use this. I decided to put down first just to protect any puncture. So I'll have 2 layers before it gets to my tent floor. I should have used this in the first place, so I didn't. Ooh, that's sharp. That's good. So, honey, I'm going to be careful. Just want to get rid of some of these roots. Well, I believe I got all the roots up that would damage or poke through. So let's see how long it takes me to put this tent up now that I got my mat down. Go. Stake it. Forgot I gotta stake it. all right. Not taking too long, is it? For a big tent like this? There you go. I think it's still under 90 seconds, even though I have to put the stakes in. So I close. I don't think I'm going to use my rain flap tonight. Excuse me. I don't think I'm going to use my rain top tonight, rain cover, because it's clear skies, 0% chance of rain. There's a little rain coming in tomorrow, but maybe I'll put it up then. But I keep all that in here now, so if something does start raining, I can get out real quick. It goes up like in probably under a minute. Sleeping bag, air mattress, pillows, all in one stop. And I'll start getting it ready. And as you can see, I bring my own firewood. I just want to talk about that a little bit, because a lot of times the hip campsites don't want you to chop down their trees or take wood, but this side I can. They actually have a bunch of wood down where they had the original fire ring, but I moved the fire ring up here. I just do all the widow makers. And so I bring my own firewood a lot, and they want it kiln dried so we're not bringing disease into other people's property. So this is all kiln dried wood you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot, and it's white birch, which sparks really well with a ferro rod. So I just want to let you know I do bring my firewood, but tonight and throughout even tomorrow night, since I'm going to be here 2 days, I'm going to probably pull out some of that firewood and cut it with my axe and take advantage of that, and maybe leave some of my firewood up which I have up in my roof storage. So I'm just going to sit here right now. It's about 6:30, and I got my tent all set up. I'm pretty got my Jeep positioned, and I'm going to rest a little bit and have some water and some trail mix, and then get ready to think about cooking dinner. I normally really don't leave my campsite, but tomorrow I'm going to, since I haven't been in this area. So I'm going to leave my tent and none of my electronics, of course, and valuables, but just leave my tent, sleeping bag and stuff like that, and head on out after I have breakfast and stuff, and do a couple hours of overlanding, then come back and relax. That's what this whole thing's about, is enjoy nature, get away from everything, and relax. I just looked at the weather forecast on my phone. It said 40% chance of rain, you know, like in the middle of the night. So I decided to put my rain flap on. Well, tonight I'm going through a lot of trouble. I'm going to make some fajitas. You know, I watch these overlanding videos, and these people are cooking these fantastic meals, and I usually do a skillet, so like a one skillet thing. I've been doing it over and over again, so I thought I'd change it up, make some fajitas tonight. So we're going to make some chicken fajitas. I got guac, sour cream, red pepper, green pepper, flour tortillas, and then a Chi-Chi's hot sauce. So let's get started. The goal is not to cut your finger off, right? It's pretty cool out. It's getting cool out. I'm thinking about changing my shirt, actually. So I think I got my vegetables. So I guess I'll maybe cook my chicken and then throw my vegetables in, since the chicken will take longer.
I'm gonna throw in some flour tortillas on top just to warm them while this stuff's cooking. Then make them up. With some chicken, some cheese, some salsa, some guac, some sour cream. Oh yeah, there's one. It's hard when you're cooking out here, trying to make it fancy and everything. Give those guys a lot of credit. Looks pretty good, right? Got a side of guac and sour cream too. There you go. Let's enjoy. Ooh, it's warm. Mmm. That's good. Well, I ventured out and cooked something different. I'm glad I did now. Mmm. Very good. Well, I'm going to enjoy my dinner and we'll talk to you later. Man, you know, when you get out here in the dark and away from everything, it's really dark. No city lights. And, you know, it kind of takes a little bit while to get used to. I've been sitting here in the dark maybe for a half hour and, you know, turn off all the lights. Kind of see the silhouettes of the trees up to the sky. But it takes a while to get used to this darkness. But I'm getting comfortable now and relaxed. I'm glad I'm taking 2 nights because it always takes 2 days, really. 2 nights until you're really comfortable and relaxed. And I'm getting there right now. So I'm looking forward to lighting the fire and see how that goes. I got my ferro rod and striker, and I gotta just make up some fat wood, which you guys have seen 100 times probably, but it's, you know, will the fire light tonight? I sure do hope so. This stuff's kind of dry, but I did already take some of that white birch and got that kind of prepped up too and set on the fire, so we'll see that. Got the white birch kind of all shredded up, set in there as well. Put this fat wood in here, get this here. We'll see if we can get a fire lit. Here we go. Well, that's not very good. Here we go. With that 5 strikes. Got some little pieces to put over that got a lot of bark on it. There we go. Hope you guys can hear all those animals. Give me a good night's sleep tonight. Hey guys, hope you can see me. It's about 10 o'clock and I'm sitting here in the dark. It's just really nice, peacing out, getting relaxed, and just thinking about life and what blessings I have. But anyways, it's time. I think I'm going to hit the sack. I look forward to tomorrow. It's supposed to be a brisk morning. So I like nothing better really than a campfire in the morning when you're kind of stoking the fire and you got your coffee and you're just sitting and it's brisk out. So hopefully that's what will happen in the morning, and then after we have our leisurely breakfast and everything, I'm going to go off for a couple hours and do some overlanding and see what kind of roads around this area, since this is a new area for me. So you guys have a blessed night, and I'll see you in the morning. Glad I put my rain cover on. Good morning. It's about 7:30. Morning. It's about 7:30, and you heard what kind of night I had, didn't you? You might not have seen it, but boy, I'm glad I put that rain cover on, because it poured rain and thunder. Did bring my press, since I got my Helio Nemo. I brought my press because it'll be easy to wash and clean. I did grind up 2 days worth of coffee. I was ground this coffee yesterday. It's Pete's Finest. Man, they get hot. That's why I have to use my gloves. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good cup of coffee right there. Let that steep for about 4 to 5 minutes, and we'll have a cup of coffee. Okay, time to press our coffee. Man, I'm looking forward to it. I use this to keep it warm. To me, this is the best time right here. Got my coffee, got the Word with me, got a nice fire, because it is kind of cool out. 60, kind of cool 60, moisture from all the rain. But at least it didn't get muddy here at this campsite. That's one good positive thing. Because as you heard last night, it was pouring out, and it poured for a while. So I was able to get my wood lit that sat out underneath this tree. I think the tree, it was kind of protected from the rain. But now it's all worth it right here to come out here and go overlanding and camping. So I'm going to sit here a while, enjoy my coffee, the fire, and the Word, do some reading, get encouraged, and then I'll start thinking about making breakfast. I had to move my chair because the smoke was blowing right at me over there, so I just switched opposite side. But I still love the warmth of the fire in the morning. It's still cool out. Drips of rain are falling off of the trees. And I'm going to get ready to get some more coffee and cook breakfast. Before I head out to do some overlanding, hopefully you'll watch that, we'll see what I can find around here, and I'll let you guys know and kind of mark it on my Gaia GPS app, so that if you guys ask if there's any roads around this area. Again, I'm east of Cambridge, and Cambridge, Ohio, that is. So we'll see what I can find. But before I do that and get kicked into breakfast and all that, I've had my coffee, enjoying the fires, been reading the Bible, and the verse that hit me this morning, I just want to share my encouragement now. It's about the wise and the foolish builders. This is Jesus speaking. Here's what he says. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down like last night. The streams rose and the winds blew and beat against that house, yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock, and that rock is Jesus. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who builds his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. So it kind of gives examples of two types of people, one that are building their house, building their lives, let's say, on the rock of Jesus Christ, the truth, the solid foundation. So when storms come and things come and beat against your life and your family, you'll be able to withstand those storms because you put your hope and your trust in Him, and the Holy Spirit and Jesus will give you strength and perseverance and understanding of the truth so you can keep pressing on. So my encouragement today is really to build your life and your family on the rock that has the firm foundation, because you can see this world's foundation is getting soft right now. To make sure you build your house on the rock. Got my Jimmy Dean sausage, gonna have potato. Gonna be a hearty breakfast. See what I can eat. Got the sausage brown, I'm gonna dump it in here. And cook the potatoes. Stuff with potatoes and green pepper. Let it warm up again. Try to keep some of the grease out, huh? But that. I think I want to mix them up. See how much of this I can eat. Sit here, enjoy the rest of my breakfast, let the fire go out, clean up, and go overlanding. So stay tuned. I use this biodegradable camp suds. It's really used for anything. I can wash in it and do the dishes. And it's biodegradable, so it's good stuff. Okay, what I've done there, I'm getting ready to go overlanding, so you can see the straps really put everything tightly down, so if something were to happen, I were to roll, or I don't plan on it because I'm not a big off-roader, right? But just so things don't vibrate and make a lot of noise while I'm out overlanding. So I think I got everything set up pretty well. My Jackery's charging my other battery pack that I take in the tent at night, just so I keep my cell phone charged and my other equipment charged. In fact, I gotta plug it back in, keep it going. So that's there. Got my Jackery, it's well in place. Got my gloves in case I gotta do anything if I get stuck or just whatever, and everything else is pretty much strapped down. My dry goods, my water, and I think I'm ready to go. So as I head out to start overlanding and find some new roads and new adventures out here in the eastern part of Ohio, this is going to end part 1, and please look forward to part 2 where I go out and really find some great places. So I look forward to sharing that with you in my next video. God bless.